2 of our recent interview with Ron from Atlas Survival Shelters.
Let's get into it, guys. Went to Romania, and I went and saw the Tate brothers. Tristan is the brother that contacted me, sent me the deposit, paid me for the bunker, designed the plans with me.
What is the demand for shelters looking like right now? Has things slowed down, or is it pretty much kind of leveled off, or is it picking up again? Like, what's the...
It's been steady for me for the last few years since the COVID started. And then, of course, with the war in Europe, it's been steady. And with, you know, with my YouTube channel, I'm out in front and center, and people see how I build the bunkers. I don't hide anything. I'm transparent on pretty much everything that goes on in my life. But I think because I'm so transparent is why I get so much work. And I say this all the time, and I'm not kidding. 100% of people who do their homework and do their comparisons, they always choose me to do it.
How did the Tates find out about you?
He found me on YouTube.
Did he find out?
He follows you. He follows. Yeah, he follows your videos.
Let's collaborate.
Yeah. No, yeah, we talked about you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I got a big commission check coming then.
Oh yeah, you do.
Who else?
You know, I mean, without like dropping any names, like I'm guessing that if the Tates were buying one of these, there's probably a lot of other people of that ilk.
Okay, well look, Bill Gates has several. He built one on every single property. So I did a video with Bill Gates and it went viral, it got over 2 million views, and they went in there and they took his voice out, which was very weird. But I'm going to basically say what Bill Gates said. He goes, I put the likelihood of a nuclear war in my lifetime, that's being Bill Gates' lifetime, at very slim. But I put the odds of a biological outbreak greater than Ebola in my lifetime at greater than 50%. Now, he said that in my video 6 months before the COVID broke out. So, of course, you know, the conspiracy theories, oh, he's behind it and everything. But Bill Gates basically built a bunker on every single property that he has, okay? He tunneled under the ground. He went to the houses, basically what the Tates did, except his bunkers on average were about $5 million a piece, I understand. And my understanding is he did 11 of them, okay? I did not make them, okay? They were basically tunneled, made out of concrete, and they were done pretty much in secret.
Who would you get to do something like that?
Well, it is one of one of his groundkeepers or somebody let the cat out of the bag and revealed it. But it's all been verified so I don't know exactly if it's 11. I've heard it was 11 bunkers at $5 million a piece, so $55 million he spent on bunkers. See, my type of bunker that I usually make is a pre-manufactured bunker. We make it out of, I don't know exactly if it's 11. I've heard it was 11 bunkers at $5 million a piece, so $55 million.
Shalom, shalom, call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving our praise to the Most High, name of His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar, from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida, and I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity, peace and salutations to the whole folk scattered abroad. And real quick, I want to touch on this topic. This video is from Canadian Prepper, Industry Insider. Let me see. It says, the entire world is preparing for a major event. Okay, the entire world is preparing for a major event. Okay, and I gotta go on to these other videos that he got in the description. But he pretty much, you know, and it's pretty much how far I got in the video. I want to finish watching it. But it's going into bunkers, you know, underground bunkers, you know, doomsday shelters, whatever you want to call them. You know, because these people that have this money, you know, they all know which everybody knows something's coming. Everybody knows all hell about to break loose. But these people that have this money, they're actually putting their money into buying and building bunkers. You know, like they said, it's got Bill Gates, have them all under his house. They said how the Tate brothers, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, had got something made. And honestly, I think I heard about that before. You know, from Tristan Tate in one of their videos or whatever. But yeah, you know, these celebrities, you know, and these, you know, rich people, as you want to call them that, they are building bunkers. They are building bunkers, okay? Because they know that something's about to break loose. And one thing about it is you don't have a bunker. You ain't rich. So this is why you need to seek Yahawah Shem Yahushai. But let me start off with this right here. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Okay, so riches ain't going to profit you in the day of wrath. You may have a bunker, and the Lord may have it where a missile hit your bunker, and, you know, a nuke hit your bunker, and, you know, no matter how deep it is, you know, it ain't looking too good. You know, the Lord may have, you know, a missile with 10 different warheads on it hit your bunker, and that's just going to be a damn coffin for you, man. You know, you're going to be buried in that bunker, you know. But they actually have luxury bunkers, man. You know, there was one bunker that had a man-made beach in it, man. You know, it was like a hotel. You know, if you be in these bunkers, you'll never be able to tell that you're under the ground. You know, some of these bunkers, man. But it says riches profit not in the day of wrath. So these riches, you may have this money, you may have this wealth. It ain't gonna profit you in the day of wrath when all hell break loose. It ain't gonna save you when the Lord send judgment upon this place, and, you know, you caught up in all your money, you know, all your fame. You know, you may have all this money, which I was watching the movie, the episode from American Horror Story, the season of Apocalypse. The first episode, they show you how it's gonna go down, man. You know, everybody going to get that alarm. You know, that damn Amber Alert gonna go off on your phone. You know, the siren's gonna go off, and then it was saying how you got this much time before, you know, missiles hit, which I might do a video on that too, just because I was going into it. You know, but you got this much time before the missiles hit, and the girl, you know, the character in the show, she was rich. You know, she was all snobby and shit, but her dad called her. You know, he said that how her mother, and her brother was in China, and it was too late for them. But he said, we have 4 spots for you on this private jet, you know, to take them to a bunker, you know. And she pretty much brought her friends with her, and you know, I don't want to tell it too much, but, you know, long story short, America was destroyed. Okay, America got nuked, and they saw it, you know, and then they flew to this bunker. But definitely watch it. You know, I want to watch American Horror Story. I'm not into that kind of stuff, but I watched that, you know, a couple episodes of that season, and it started getting weird. But you know, the main point is the first part. You know, you actually had people that was jumping off of buildings to try to kill themselves to avoid the blast, because you don't want to get caught up in that blast. So even these rich people, they know that time is coming, and they're putting their money. You know, this guy Bill Gates spent approximately $55 million on putting bunkers in every single property that he has. So no matter where he's at, what house or property he at, you know, he can go downstairs and go into that bunker when all hell break loose, and it's imminent. He also said how he don't believe that nuclear war is going to happen in his lifetime, which, hey, more than likely it will. You know, but then again, he is old. You know, he might end up getting put to death. But he said how he believes, you know, a demic is going to come, and they said that was 6 months before the C9. So yeah, man, these people know what's up. It says, but righteousness deliver from death. So righteousness is going to deliver from death. And these Edomites, Bill Gates, like he ain't gonna be. There's no righteousness. He ain't got a righteous bone in his body. All right. But us that serving Yahawah Shem Yahushai in truth and sincerity. Okay. Those that serving Yahawah Shem Yahushai in truth and sincerity. Okay. You're gonna be protected, man. Matter of fact, you gotta have those names too. Let's go into that, because you gotta have those names. You gotta be serving the Lord, and you're gonna have to call upon Him in that day, okay? And going into the bunker, okay, which is pretty much like supposed to be a defense. Well, the real fit defense is the name of Yahawah Shem Yahushai and serving Him. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 10. The name of Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahushai is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. So if you want to be safe in that day, you better learn those names, and you got to be an Israelite, and you got to be the elect. But you want to learn them names and start serving Yahawah Shem Yahushai now, man. No matter how much money in the world, it's not going to save you from the destruction that's coming. And even these people that, you know, even these people that call themselves, you know, having this money and going into these bunkers. Hey, guess what? You if you do survive the nukes, then guess what? You are just going to be pulled out of the bunkers, and you're going to be the first fruits of slavery, man. Bill Gates going to be the first fruits of slavery if he's still here, you know. Which it ain't much time left before them nukes hit, man. You know. So let's go. Let's go to Revelation I ain't gonna make this long. I ain't gonna make this long. I want to go out and go live too. So let's go into Revelation. Salakia. I'm a little stuffy, so bear with me. Salakia, forgive me. I hate to do all that in the mic in the mic, but times call for drastic measures. It says Revelation chapter 6, verse let me go up. Let's go to verse 12. It says, and I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. The whole earth is going to quake, man. It's going to shake. Scripture says the world shall whirl to and fro like a drunkard, because this place is about to get pelted with missiles. It says, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Okay, because of all the smoke in the air. It says, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth down her untimely figs when she is taken of a mighty wind. So if you imagine a fig tree, or you could say an apple tree, or an orange tree, or whatever kind of tree, a fruit tree, whenever a strong wind comes through, those fruits start to fall to the ground. And if you're standing anywhere in the vicinity of that tree, you can feel it. If you're standing in the grass, by a tree, when the fruits start falling, and you standing near that tree, you can be 10, 20 feet away from the tree. But when that fruit start to fall, you can, if one fruit fall, you can feel the vibration in the earth. So how much more a thermonuclear missile, man? It's going to pelt this place and destroy this place, man. Imagine being underground in a bunker, and even in the movie, in the show American Horror Story, the whole fucking bunker shake. People that was in the bunker, the bunker shook when the missiles hit, man. They could hear it. This is going to be something that's going to shake the whole world. It says, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, which is symbolic for those nuclear missiles. They're going to fall upon this place, and they're going to look like stars, in the sky, before they ultimately come down and rain upon this place. It says, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when and that's what you saw. Let me go back. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. Right, like that. It says, and the heavens departed as a scroll. If I can play that real quick. So
look, Bill Gates has several. He built one on every single property. So I did a video with Bill Gates, and it went viral, got over 2 million views, and they went in there and they took his voice out, which was very weird. But I'm going to basically say what Bill Gates said. He goes, I put the likelihood of a nuclear war in my lifetime, that's being Bill Gates' lifetime, at very slim. But I put the odds of the likelihood of a nuclear war.
Go back here.
Okay, well look, Bill Gates has several. He built one on every single property. So I did a video with Bill Gates, and it went viral, got over 2 million views, and they went in.
So it says, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. So that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see the sky gonna open up, man. It says, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place, because when these missiles hit, it's going to disrupt the whole earth. It's going to be tsunamis, earthquakes, volcano eruptions, because you got missiles hitting this place. Then you got, here in America in particular, and all over the world, you have something called the Ring of Fire, which is a ring of volcanoes around the whole world, but here in America, you got Yellowstone, which is, already on the verge of erupting. So all it needs is that trigger, so it's going to be fire from above and fire from below. It says, and the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place. And this destruction is also going to change the continents and the land masses of the earth. This is going to, change the whole world up, man. It says, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men. So, like, these guys, the Tate brothers, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, they all talk about going and getting money and doing this, that, and the third, which really, like we brought in the first scripture, that money ain't going to save you in that day, man. Okay, that money cannot save you in the times you're coming into. You can go buy all the bunkers that you want. If you ain't on the Lord's good side, then you're through. It says, and the kings of the earth and the great men, these guys, Bill Gates, would be considered a great man. He has, a lot of notoriety and fame in this land. It says, and the rich men, you got these rich people all over, not just Bill Gates, not just Andrew Tate, but all type of rich people are buying bunkers. And they said that Bill Gates, his was secretly, man. They said his groundskeeper, pretty much told on him. It says, and the chief captains, and the mighty men and every bondman, pretty much all your military. I believe Elder Pastor the Hard did a video a while back about a bunker in a mountain called Mount Cheyenne, where there's a military bunker in there that could feed, hundreds of thousands of people, hundreds of millions of people. I actually did a video a while back too about a bunker that had food in it that could feed the whole world, it'd end world starvation. He had a bunker, a military bunker with all this food in it, and they went to look on the shelves to examine the food, and there was no GMOs in this food, man. Okay, so they feeding you the garbage while they putting all the good food on the ground for them when all hell break loose. You think these elites are eating GMOs? You're out of your fucking mind. No, they're feeding you that. You think Bill Gates, is he telling you, is he destroying all the farmland, and he's telling you to eat the bugs and all this, that, and the third, eat, plant-based and all this, that, do you think that he's eating that? Hell no, man. They eating the best of the best. They eating fresh, beef and, whatever else that they eat, man. Blood and children too, probably. But it says, the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every freeman hid themselves in the dens, which is those bunkers, and in the rocks of the mountains. So they got actual, bunkers in these mountains, bunkers on the ground. They'll take a mountain and they'll, carve into the, they'll drill into the mountain, put some bombs in there, put a couple bombs in there, and make a huge explosion to open up space, and then they'll go in there and build a bunker. This is what this man does. It says, and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. So they trying to go on there to hide from the Lord. They trying to outsmart. Then they can outsmart the Lord and hide from the Lord and avoid that destruction, man. Which really they're just going to be the first fruits of slavery, man. You rich people, you elites, you heathens that's got these bunkers. You only preserving yourselves to be slaves in our kingdom. Okay. It says, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? So they know this day is coming, man. They know this day is coming. Okay, they know it's coming. All right, and the times we come in, and the times that we are living in, it's gonna be made more and more evident, and then eventually that day is gonna come. And these rich motherfuckers, they're gonna try to run down into a bunker while you running around like a chicken with your head, chopped off. And it was spiritual because in that show, American Horror Story, the particular dude, the guy that was the guy on the news that was reporting the situation, and with all these missiles hitting these particular lands, he said that China was gone, this land was gone and that land was gone, they have been hit, yada yada yada. And he said he was on the news, it was a Jake. It was actually a Jake with a fucking fresh shaved face. And he said, I'm gonna have to do a video now. I don't know where I can find it on YouTube. But he said, and I don't get a strike for it or copyright. But he said, he did his report, and then in the end he said, I'm not gonna make it home. So to my children and my wife, I love you. Yada yada yada. And then the damn feed cut off, man. Imagine he's probably driving an hour to work every day and back. So you imagine you got 30 minutes left before missiles hit. And then you got all this traffic. Everybody trying to drive in their car. Everybody trying to go see their family. Everybody trying to run and flee and hide. Your ass ain't going nowhere that day, man. Okay, ain't gonna be nowhere to run. All right. Which is why you gonna have to be on the Lord's good side, man. You want to be on the Lord's good side. Let me end it off right here. Okay. This is Micah chapter 4 verse 1. It says, for behold, the day cometh, and this day is definitely coming, man. It says, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. and the day that cometh shall burn them up. The Lord saith Yahawah of hosts, it shall leave them neither root nor branch. All right, so ain't gonna be no way to build this place back up after it's done. The Lord's gonna utterly destroy America off the face of the earth, man. You know, I'm gonna grab this too before I go, because I want to, I love this scripture. Because a lot of you people that don't have a bunker, guess what? With some of these people be in these bunkers. If you got a bunker in America, you're stupid. Okay, America's gonna be completely wiped out, overkill. And if you got a bunker, you are going to melt in that bunker. But they usually put bunkers in other lands like the Netherlands or Switzerland, which are nuclear missile neutral zones. Okay, really all the missiles are aimed at America, and some at China, some at Russia. But those other lands are not destined to get hit by missiles. Okay, so they'll go put bunkers over there. It says Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 18. It says, "Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross," which means like filthy. "All they are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver. Therefore, thus saith the Lord YAHAWASHI, because ye are all become dross, behold, therefore I would gather you into the midst of Jerusalem." It says, "As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you." So you got all these convoys, if that's even the right word, but you got all these, Jake nations, the Haitians, the Mexicans, they all coming into America at the borders. There's a reason for everything, man. There's a reason why they got these borders wide open, letting all these people come in here, man, because the Lord is gathering them for that destruction. Okay, you gonna be wishing you can get the fuck out of America. America gonna be the worst place to be when these missiles fly. Okay, but they got these borders open. These Republicans are upset about it, but they letting all these people in, and you either getting let you Jakes in particular, you so-called Negro Space Native Indians, you either getting led in here for your destruction or your salvation. Okay, but majority are getting led here for your destruction. Okay, you got whole thousands and thousands of Haitians coming in here, Guatemalans, Mexicans, you name it, all them different tribes coming in here, trying to find refuge from their particular lands, and guess what? You probably getting led here. The Lord said, "So I will gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you." The Lord gonna leave you here and melt you, man. Okay, so this ain't a good time to be, a enemy, which there's never a good time, but this is definitely not a good time to be an enemy of the God of the Bible, man. All right, that's the point. With that being said, I'm gonna say shalom, kwame shalom, ball.